Director Kratsios, thank you again for testifying. The Great Lakes are truly integral to our state's identity and our made in Wisconsin economy. Wisconsinites are rightly concerned about the impact of data centers on our lakes and groundwater resources. So how would you respond to Wisconsinites who are worried about the millions of gallons consumed by data centers every day? We have several that are planned or in the process of being built out right now. And I'd like to hear what you would say to folks who are worried about those water resources in connection with data centers.
Yeah, I would point them to comments by the president and by the EPA administrator on the administration's deep commitment to clean air and clean water in the United States. I've gotten to know Administrator Zeldin very well over the process, the last few months, and the commitment the EPA has in ensuring that no matter what we're building out, particularly in the areas that we focus on AI, adhere to the highest standards. And I think it's something the president takes very seriously, ensuring that our air and our water is as clean as possible for the American people.
Yeah, so the administration proposes amending the Clean Water Act regulations in the Artificial Intelligence Action Plan. How will the administration ensure that an amended and expedited process will protect the groundwater resources in Great Lakes?
So our North Star will always be to ensuring clean air and clean water for the United States. And I think with any regulatory changes, as we'll go through notice and comment, and we very much look forward to what the public has to say about how we can ensure that whatever new regulations we promulgate at those agencies do meet those high standards.
Thank you. AI is poised to innovate across a number of sectors in a way that will improve Americans' everyday lives by increasing productivity, reducing costs, and making them safer. I'd like to ask you about several areas. What are the most promising AI applications you see for farmers? And how can the federal government support innovation while ensuring that these tools are accessible to operations of all sizes, not just the largest producers?
Yeah, I think for farmers, I think precision agriculture is something that constantly comes up in conversations I've had with industry. The ability to use artificial intelligence to target even, specific stock level, with stock level precision of where you need to target some of these activities. So to me, I think that's where I kind of see the biggest impact. And I think broadly, what's exciting about this technology is the more powerful it becomes, I think it actually is able to provide even more leverage to smaller farmers versus just bigger ones. These are tools that for many years have, because of the expense and the scale of trying to build them out, have only been available to larger farmers. But my hope is that as this technology progresses and the ability to access it by smaller farms grows, it will be a huge boon for the farming community.
Thank you. Can you describe how AI is currently being used or could be expanded to improve forecasting models and severe weather notifications? And what partnerships with federal agencies like NOAA and FEMA are needed to advance this work?
I'm going to have to defer to my colleagues at NOAA on more of the specifics there, but I've gotten to know Neil Jacobs, who is waiting for confirmation, and we worked together very closely in the first administration, and this has been his life's work, and I'm excited for him to be in the seat soon, so we can work together to try to infuse some of this new technology in the way that we forecast. I think the U.S. for many years has been the proud home for some of the best weather forecasting in the world, and I think AI will only be an accelerant and ensure that we can keep being as good as we are.
Thank you. And I enjoyed meeting with Mr. Jacobs and look forward to that conversation. What role do you see AI playing in modernizing our nation's electric grid? And how can federal policy and leadership with the Department of Energy and the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, FERC, help accelerate its deployment while ensuring that our energy systems are resilient and secure?
Yeah, I think there's very powerful use cases for load balancing across the network that can be accelerated and improved by AI. I think as you probably know very well, it's given how federated the grid is, it becomes a very challenging problem to solve. But I do know our National Energy Dominance Council is very committed to this, as is Secretary Wright, and I'm sure that we're going to do as much as we can to improve that.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.